there are states, Missouri stands out as an example, that have done a phenomenal job of reducing youth recidivism by building small, treatment-oriented programs that used evidence-based practices to provide really effective programming. And a couple of things that are possible are something called multisystemic therapy, functional family therapy that involve parents, guardians in the treatment process. Over 50% of the staff have, wow, that was significant. Over 50%. I hope that whoever is elected governor will allow the Sentencing Commission to do its work.
And so you had really two aspects to the problem of monetary bail. One was that it was discriminatory against the poor, and the other aspect is that it created a fiction. And the fiction is that when you talk about monetary bail, the notion is that if a person charged with a crime has a financial stake in showing up in court, he will more likely show up.
But people are still being sentenced on small amounts of money. I mean, I've had instances where a person was arrested for sleeping in public. And when the prosecutor offered them a $50 fine, $33 court costs, I said, Madam Prosecutor, did you see the defendant is wearing one shoe? One shoe. Where's he going to get $50 to pay us a fine? So to really get people off this revolving conveyor belt of justice, we've begun to look at the system and really trying to make changes in the system.
This is incredible to me, because when have you ever heard of there being a courtroom where you go in for a crime you committed and you leave with your GED, you leave that mandate with a job, you leave there with maybe a new religious perspective on life, and that's what we get to do every day, and it's incredible work.
And I really thought that, going to the Juvenile Justice Commission would actually give me the opportunity to not only, be that entity who leads that agency, but actually work to, better the lives and outcomes for young people, sort of like myself, but by the grace of God, I believe I, could have fallen into the juvenile justice system.
The marijuana movement is driven by the people south of it in Silicon Valley and the ones that are east of us here in Wall Street. That is what this entire thing is about. So I premise all of this, I'm going to go into a lot of data in Colorado, just with the fact that we do believe it's the next big tobacco.